Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, as you can tell by the title, is my book club picks my reads for the week. Now, I host my book club over on Discord, so if you guys want to come and join us, the link is down below. September's book is Kingdom of the Wicked by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈. For the books, now the month of September, I'm only reading books in series. I need to finish series, so all the options I gave them were books with wherever I'm at in a series. And I tried to do a variety. I tried to give them quite a mix. Now, I done 3 polls, so I gave them the option of 6 books, and then obviously I would be reading 3 of them. Now, the first poll I did Detained by Luna Mason versus The Enemy by Sarah Adams. The Enemy by Sarah Adams was our winner. Her books are like duologies. This is the second one to The Match, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I really enjoyed The Match. This is the series It Happened in Charleston, if I remember correctly as well. But yeah, so I'm intrigued by this. Her work, of what I've read so far, is just really quick and easy. Honestly, it's just quick, it's easy. You kind of just fly through it. So I am intrigued to get to that one and get a series ticked off. The second one I did Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles and Lost and Lassoed by Lyla. Fragile Sanctuary is technically the first book in the Sparrowfall series, but I'd already read the second one, so I'm just like catching up kind of thing. Lost and Lassoed is the third book in the Rebel Blue Ranch. I didn't say Detained is the final book in the Beneath the Blaze series. I forgot to say, but just so I'm relaying it now, so you have the information. And the winner of that one was Lost and Lassoed by Lyla. I've really enjoyed this series. Again, another quick and easy read. Like seriously, you just fly through them. A small town, cowboy, it's just cozy. I know I use cozy quite a lot when it comes to like small town works and fantasy things, but like if I just feel comfy and cozy while I'm reading the book, I'm here for it. Like these, I just fly through them. They're quite short. 321, no, that's going into the next book. 300, bang on 300, there we go, I got there in the end. Bang on 300 pages. So they're really, really quick and easy, so I'm excited to get to this one. And then our last one was My Dark Prince by LJ Shen and Parker S. Huntington, which is the final book in the Dark Prince Road or something like that series, I can't remember. And then versus The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armes, which is the second book in the Green Oak series, I want to say. I think, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure. The winner of that one was My Dark Prince by LJ Shen and Parker S. Huntington. I enjoyed the first 2 books. I wouldn't say they're like my favourites, and they're called dark romances. They're supposedly meant to be dark romances. I can't say I found them so dark. My favourite was the second book, My Dark Desire. That's been my favourite so far, and I'm intrigued to get this one because this is like sister's best friend sister kind of thing vibes going on, so I'm intrigued to get this one and see what happens. But yeah, it's just getting a series off my list. I'm completing one. This is just over 530 pages, so you know, they read fairly quickly. If I can sit and get in the zone, they read fairly quickly. But yeah, we're gonna get it off. We're gonna get it off the list, which is what I'm here for. So I am very happy about that. Now I'm gonna start with Lost and Lassoed, and the reason for that is because last night I was scrolling my Kindle to pick a book to read because I knew I had this one physically, but I was going out today, so I wanted to take my Kindle. So it was between Lost and Lassoed and Enemy. I just scrolled until the first one came up, and that was Lost and Lassoed. So that's why we're reading Lost and Lassoed, because it was the first one that appeared on my Kindle out of the 2 of them. So this is the book we are starting with, which I'm excited. It's going to be cozy. Just what I need as well, because the book I've read before this was a dark romance, so it's going to completely change it up for me, which is just what I need. But yeah, Lost and Lassoed is our first book. As I said, I am going out today. It's Thursday. I'm never home on a Thursday, so I will not update you guys until I'm back later to however far into Lost and Lassoed I am. Like I said, I'm taking my Kindle with me. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I need to finish getting ready. I'm gonna come back and catch you guys later tonight. evening. So obviously I've been to my grandparents today. I came back, I did a little bit of work, and then I kind of sat here and did a bit more reading, as you guys would have seen, because I was partway through a chapter when I came back from my grandparents, so I kind of caught with that and then kind of got invested into the book again. So yeah, but at my grandparents I read 50% of the book, and then I've just read a little bit more, so I'm at 60% now. I read 60% of the book. I'm on chapter 26. I think I said at the start when I was talking about the book, they are just so easy to get invested in. Like, the writing just flows so quickly. You're absorbed straight into the world, and you just, before you know it, you're 50% of the way through the book. Like, I was at my grandparents', I was only reading for about 3 hours at my grandparents, between doing bits for them and things and stuff. So I read in total about 3 hours, and I did 50% in that, and then I've just sat here and done another 10%. Like, you just absorb it and fly through it, and I love seeing past characters that we obviously met in the first 2 books, and obviously exploring Teddy and Gus in this one, and learning their dynamics and kind of learning their history too, why they have such an animosity to each other, and learning the history behind that, and really getting an understanding of them as individuals as well. It's been really interesting, because I definitely did not see it being what it was, to what their past history was. When it was telling me like something had happened 7 years ago, I wasn't expecting to be what it was, but obviously as things were starting to slowly unravel and more hints were coming, I was like, oh my god, that was it. I did not see that coming. Like, because when you see how they are with each other, like, you wouldn't have expected it to be that. Especially because they do still talk about, you know, how even back then they still didn't like each other. And it's like, but you went and did that. You did. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I didn't see that being coming, but I love exploring their dynamics from their point of view with Gus's family, with Riley. Riley, okay, is the cutest little girl going. Like, she's just adorable. I love that girl. She's so sweet. But yeah, getting to explore their dynamics with their families, and like especially Gus's family, because obviously Emmy, his sister, is the FMC in the first book, and then his brother was the MMC in the second book. So exploring their dynamics from their point of view is really, really interesting. I'm also intrigued by Teddy, because you definitely see this first. When you first meet Teddy, she just is this really loud character. She's comes across very confident, and just really being there for everybody. Like Gus is there. He's very much a rock for his family and for everybody, and he's always there for everybody. But then like seeing this other side of them, because this is where they're so similar, like they are there for everybody, but when it comes to them, they don't ask for help. And like I said, seeing that side from Teddy, because of how Teddy comes across, like this confident, loud character. And then we're seeing that internal monologue where she's just kind of self-conscious to a degree, not with like necessarily like her body and who she is in a way, but she's very self-conscious of where she is in life. She's very self-conscious of, you know, what she inflicts on other people, as in like she doesn't want to burden them, and she doesn't want to like put her issues onto them when she's seen them all moving on with life and, you know, living life and stuff. She doesn't like to do that. And it's kind of the same with Gus. Gus is very much the guy who wants to be there for his family. He has to be there for them in case they need him. Like, he's just got to be there. But when he needs help, he won't ask for it, and they've had to push him for it because he takes Teddy on during the summer to help babysit, like, and help look after his kid. That's where it comes in. It's a bit of false proximity and helping to look after his kid while he's at work. So, you know, he's really watching him come to the acceptance of like, actually I do need help. It's really interesting to see and really intriguing, and I'm really enjoying this book. It's just so smooth and easy and quick, and I'm just flying through it. This is day 1 of this challenge, and I've already almost finished book 1. I will most likely finish it tonight because it's only 8:45, so finishing this, and I imagine The Enemy is going to be a quick read based on past reads of Sarah Adams, and then obviously it'll be my Duck Prince. I could end up having to put another poll out, you know, in the book club to have them pick me another book, because at the rate I'm going, I'm like gonna be finishing this challenge before the week's even out. So yeah, I could end up having to put a poll out, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see after I finish this one, and if I read The Enemy quick as well. But yeah, I am really enjoying it. So I'm gonna get myself changed, get myself settled in and comfy and cozy here in bed, and then I'm just gonna sit and finish Lost and Lassoed, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys and let you know how we got on, and my final thoughts and my final opinions. God, this lighting is not great, but I just wanted to let you know that I have finished Lost and Lassoed. I'm going to talk to you more about it in the morning, because everybody's in bed, so I have to be really quiet. So I'm going to come back to you guys in the morning with an update on Lost and Lassoed, and I will probably put you guys an update on The Enemy as well, which is the next book I'm going to start for this vlog, because I'm currently not tired. So I'm going to write this review and then I'm going to pick up The Enemy. So I'll come in to you in the morning with 2 updates. Good morning. How are we? So yeah, I finished Lost and Lassoed last night. I gave it a 4.25. This has definitely been my favourite so far of the series, and I was absorbed. Like, I literally read it in the entirety of yesterday. Like, I just absolutely devoured this book. I was obsessed, and I've loved getting to explore these characters and getting to see more of them personally and more of their, you know, thoughts and feelings and their history, because obviously there's always been that animosity kind of between them, and like learning the history behind it, and like they've always disliked each other. It's kind of just always been a thing, because, you know, Gus has always seen Teddy as like this bad influence on Emmy, so he's like always kind of just disliked her. But then kind of when that situation happened 7 years ago, and the way it just kind of went about, it kind of turned into this like major dislike and this like animosity to each other. I'm not saying like they didn't still, you know, have fleeting moments of like not disliking them, but there was definitely a lot of that like anger almost that they kind of directed at each other. So like it almost felt like to me that whatever anger they didn't and emotions they didn't show to everybody else, because they were so busy wanting to be there for them, to help them, and just taking care of everybody else, they used each other to let those emotions out. Does that make sense? I feel like that explains it a lot more better than the route I was going down. It feels like they used each other as an outlet to express those other emotions. I think that's a lot more better way to put it. And it was interesting watching them both unravel that, and watching them both accept the fact that actually no, this isn't actually healthy, this isn't helping us, this isn't going to make us feel any better, and watching that all unravel and them like come to the terms of like helping each other with that acceptance, and helping each other through the fact of knowing actually we need help, we need to accept that help. And, you know, it definitely proved how like having that one person that truly sees you as an individual and sees these more sides of you that nobody else sees can make such a massive difference on you, and a difference on how you kind of perceive the world around you and that. So that was really nice to see. And yeah, and little Riley, I'm sorry, I still love little Riley. Little Riley's the cutest. Like, there's one of these scenes and it gave me the giggles at like 11 o'clock last night, trying not to like laugh so loud with little Riley. But yeah, it really was the absolute cutest. I did as well, right, again, this is gonna be me personally, I think somebody else may have experienced this differently, but to me, I didn't get a third act breakup. I had a situation that was very much realistic and very much what you would expect from them as characters and from their story, you would expect what it was, and it felt so natural. It wasn't a third act breakup. Yeah, I think that really made the difference for this book. I think if the author had forced like a third act breakup into there, we could be having an entirely different conversation right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. We have started off very solidly. Like I said, I give it a 4.25. It's left us off nicely for the next book, which I believe Wild and Wrangled is the last book in the Rebel Blue Route series. I don't believe there's any more coming, so I'm ready for that one. It's going to be an interesting book. That is Dusty and Cam's book, and we see, obviously, we meet those two characters in the first two books, but obviously we see a lot more of them in this book, based on the fact that his mum is dating Teddy's dad, and Cam is obviously Riley's mum. So yeah, I'm excited to pick that one up at some point. Now, I did say last night I was going to pick up The Enemy, didn't I? Yeah, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I was scrolling on my phone, just scrolling, because I wasn't tired and I wanted to take a little bit of a break between the two books. I didn't want to just go straight into that one. It's just scrolling. Next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm coming to like, what the fuck has happened? So yeah, that happened. So I didn't actually start The Enemy last night, but plan of actions is Friday today. Today is Friday. It is 10:25, and yes, I have not moved from my bed this morning. I don't care. So I'm gonna get up, get ready. Fridays are days that I go on my business TikTok and we do a business live where I pack orders and do other bits and bobs as well. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then afterwards I'm going to catch up on my reading journal. I'm not as far behind as I originally was. I normally want to try and start doing this on a Thursday evening, but I just wasn't in the mood yesterday and I was absorbed into this book. So I'm going to do that as well, and then after I've done all of those bits and pieces, I'm going to get started on The Enemy and we're going to read The Enemy together. And I was correct, it's the second book and it happened in Charleston series. I was correct. I discovered that last night. But anyway, yeah, so that's the plan of action, is get ready, go on live, pack orders, sort my reading journal out, and then we're going to come and sit and read The Enemy. I did also notice it's only 294 pages. It's only 294 pages. It is not long at all. Do you see that up there? 294 pages. Makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Because it means I should be able to devour that book. We love a short book. We do love a short book. But yeah, besides the point, we're going to move on. I'm going to go get started for the day and I'll come back to you guys later once I have actually started The Enemy by Sarah Adams. Hey, as you can tell, I've just had a bath because my hair is a mess. I think I said to you this morning, I had bits and pieces to do. I was going on live and I was going to listen to my audiobook. Well, I went on live, I did some bits and pieces, but the other bits I wanted to do whilst listening to my audiobook, I didn't do because I started to not feel too great, so I was like, I just wanted to come and chill. So I'm going to do those tomorrow in the afternoon, but I did start The Enemy by Sarah Adams and I'm 59%. I'm on page 173. I did check as well, so the very end of this book is actually 277 pages and then the rest is like acknowledgements, like what else is it? It's acknowledgements, excerpts from other books and things like that. So 277 is actually the end of the book. So I have just over 100 pages to go, but I've actually ended up doing like an immersive read with the audiobook because I was reading it and then all of a sudden I've just found myself getting like zoning out. So I started listening to the audiobook as well as reading, and I've really found that that helped me zone in, so that's really good. So we are immersive reading this one, but I have an hour and 40 minutes left according to this and I'm enjoying it. Guys, like I said, 277 pages. It's a quick read, like it's fast, it's moving quickly, which is what you would expect. It's easy, there's not too much to it. I didn't realise that June our FMC in this book is actually the sister of Jake, who is the MMC from The Match, which you guys know I love that book. I read it in Reading Yellow Books for a week, so I will link that video so you guys can go and check out my thoughts on that book, which is the first one in the It Happened in Charleston series. But anyway, I didn't realise that, so that's been really interesting to see Jake and Evie again in this book, and just seeing where they're at now from the other book. So it's nice just to see that further development in their story. But with this one, it's definitely interesting. I wouldn't say there's too much to it, don't get me wrong, there is the backstory to it, there's the history between the characters, this is second chance, and you can see the history, and obviously we've learnt the history and we've learnt behind why certain things have happened and stuff, but there's still not too much craziness to it. After a few things got revealed, I instantly knew where this was gonna go, with a couple of little points. I don't want to say them because they would be spoilers, but I instantly knew exactly where I was going with that. I knew instantly what was going to happen. It's still not happened, but I just know it. I know it. I will tell you what, if it does not happen, then colour me surprised, because that would be one hell of a curveball for the author to throw in, based on little bits that have been said and talked about. That instantly I'm this is gonna happen, and if it doesn't, that's one hell of a curveball, and props to the author, because yeah, that's be very, very well done. It's intriguing, it's interesting, the characters are interesting. I would say there's a lot of banter in it, but I wouldn't say the banter's always hitting. It's not always hitting banterful. Sometimes it's a bit cringeworthy and it's ooh, that didn't match the vibes, and it didn't match what was going on. But there are some parts where the banter does hit and it is entertaining, and it does have me smiling to myself. But otherwise, quite honestly, I don't have too much to say on this book, because it is just quite an easy, simple, fast-paced, quick read. So I don't have too many opinions on it, if I'm being very honest. It's just one of those books that is just enjoyable. So what I am going to do is I'm going to finish sorting myself out, because I do need to brush my hair because I've not brushed it yet. I'm going to get some ice cream, because why not? And I'm going to put Supernatural back on, because I've been rewatching Supernatural now for what feels like months. I've been trying to get through it. I think I actually started rewatching it last year, so over a year of me trying to rewatch Supernatural. So I'm going to continue watching that, ice cream, finish reading The Enemy by Sarah Adams, and then I will come back to you guys with my final thoughts and my final ratings. But I feel like it's all going to be pretty similar. I'm just going to let you guys know whether I was right or wrong with that situation. I'm just going to let you know. But yeah, it's just nice, it's enjoyable, it's good, we're enjoying it. It's a nice easy read. I would say that's the perfect filler book. You know, when you're reading, you've got two heavy books, or you want to read one book that's heavy and you then want to pick another book, nice little break in between, or in a series, in the middle of a series, if you want something quick just to kind of break it up for a little bit, another perfect book. It's just a nice simple book to read in between other big heavy books. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I'm gonna go do those things. I will come back to you guys when I finish that one. Oh no, hold on Sky, don't go off yet. I did put another poll out on Discord for another book club pick, for another book for this video, because I've read 2 in the first 2 days, so it's gone crazy quick. Obviously I've got the next one here ready to go, because I won't be getting out of bed later. I've got the next one to go, and obviously that is a chunker, but I've read these books very, very quickly, so I have got a poll out for the next one, and I've done Daughter of the Siren Queen by Tricia Levenseller and Before We Say Goodbye by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Now, Daughter of the Siren Queen is the second book in the Daughter of the Pirate King series, and then Before We Say Goodbye is the 4th book in the Before We Coffee Gets Cold series. So I have got that one. I've still got 13 hours left on it as it stands now, and I will come back to you guys tomorrow when it's finished and which one's the winner. And yeah, and that will be our 4th book for this video, because I've surprisingly gone through these books very quickly. But hey, it is what it is. It's good, it's a good thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go do those things, and I'll come back to you guys later on with a fun update. Good morning. So I finished The Enemy last night. I gave it a 3.5 in the end. I did enjoy this one. Like, I just stick by everything I said last night, if I'm being honest. It's a quick, easy read. It's cozy. You're just absorbed. It's a perfect little filler book. I was correct. I was correct with what was gonna happen. I just knew it. I just knew it. So yeah, I saw that coming. I saw that coming. Sorry, my pillows. Yeah, I was correct. I saw that one coming a mile away. Like, that was pretty obvious that was gonna be what happened. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. Just simple read, quite easy, fast. Nothing else really truly to say. Like, I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed their story, and I am glad that they did have the ending that they had. There was like a little very mini third act breakup, but obviously because it's such a short book and so quick, there wasn't really much of it, but there was a little bit there. But otherwise, nothing too crazy, honestly. Nothing too crazy. Easy read. Have a nice easy read. It is 10:10 on a Saturday morning. I've had a lay-in. I've had a chill. I haven't picked up the next book yet. Hey guys. It's been quite a few days. I don't even know what day was the last day I spoke to you. I want to say maybe Saturday morning. Possibly. Quite honestly, I don't know anymore. All I can tell you is it's Wednesday evening. That's what I can tell you. My days are blurred. I think it kind of went to shit for me. They did not end up very good the last few days. I've not really been in a good place mentally. These last few days things have been a bit shit and a bit tough. They've not been brilliant, but I have finished the last 2 books for this video. I have read them. I just didn't pick up the camera. I couldn't do it. I couldn't physically pick up the camera to film. I didn't even read at all Saturday. Like, I didn't pick up a book at all. I don't even know if I read Sunday. It might have been really late in the day that I read Sunday. I honestly couldn't even tell you that. So it's only really been the last few days that I've read the 2 books for this video. Like, that's the last 2 books for this video. And like I said, I just wasn't in a place where I could pick up the camera. I still wanted to read, and also I wanted to read these books. I just wasn't there for picking up the camera to film me reading them and talking about them. I just couldn't do it. I'm still not really in a good place, but I do want to run out this video for you guys, so I do apologise you guys have no footage of me reading these last 2 books. But yes, it is what it is, because, and I say 2 because the poll did come through and Daughter of the Siren Queen did win, so that was our 4th book for this video. But yeah, I just thought we'd quickly sit together. We'd just do like quite a quick round out. Like I said, I'm still not really in the camera mood, so we'll just quickly round out. I am going to get my reviews up on my phone. I only finished Daughter of the Siren Queen today, but I finished My Tag Prince the other day. I think yesterday, I think, or Monday. See, so I'm gonna read my reviews and stuff out for you guys here, because my memory is really rubbish right now. I don't like to read my reviews straight from Goodreads or anything, or Storygraph or whatever, because I kind of lose that authenticity when talking to you guys, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really like doing it because I feel like I lose having just that normal conversation with you guys about my feelings, and like being able to see my emotions come out as I'm talking about the book. Especially when it's fresh from me reading the book, I feel like it makes more of an experience for both of us, and I can really animate my feelings and my thoughts through that. Obviously, my reviews were written straight after I finished the books, so there is still that authenticity to it. It just doesn't feel the same to me. But like I said, I've just kind of not mentally been with it these last few days, so my focus and priorities have been in other places, and this, for me to be able to round out these 2 books for you guys, this is the method we have to go with. But first up is My Dark Prince. Now, when I first talked about My Dark Prince, I thought it was like Oliver and Dallas's sister. It's not Farah. No. I mean, to be fair, I forgot the sister's name, but it wasn't. But I think why I had that misconception in my head was because we see their dynamics in the first 2 books. So I think that's why. But this is actually a second chance romance, like childhood friends to lovers to enemies to lovers again. Like that's what this one is. So I don't know why I thought otherwise, but whatever there is. I gave this book a 4.5. I did really enjoy this one, and this sits up there with the second book as my favourite of the series. The characters were interesting, and it was really nice to explore Oliver in more depth and truly get a look into his mindset and the way he views life, but also how he got to where he was, because he has always come across as quite a complex character behind all the banter and jokes. Briar was a really interesting character to me and explore, as she has a bit of a tragic backstory, but she has really made a name for herself past all that. As a couple they make total sense, but then at the same time not. They bring so much out of each other, whether it be the good, the bad or the ugly, but deep down you can see that it is done with so much care for each other and wanting to see the other thrive. The plot in itself was intriguing, although I personally think it could have condensed down to about 400 pages. There was definitely more complex layers at play, but they were all connected so well. Last note, I could not stand Briar's mother. I fucking could not. Briar's mother, just no. I know that woman was 100% the biggest bitch going. Like, I could not stand her mother and like the things she would say and do, like her actions. I just couldn't. I couldn't vibe with her. It was just a no. Like, every time she appeared or she was discussed, I was like, this bitch needs to just fuck off. She just needs to fuck off. But yeah, I definitely don't think this is 533, I think was the page count. I personally don't think it needed to be that long. I think it definitely could have been condensed a little bit more. I think there were times when certain bits were dragged out more than they necessarily needed to. So I do think that obviously played a part in the rating, I would say. But yeah, I did really enjoy it. And like I said, this is up there with the second one as being one of my favourites in the series. I probably would still maybe put My Dark Desire first. Honestly, my memory is quite poor, and I was just like, my memory was being triggered by little bits that were being said in this book and like seeing the characters again. So I would probably still say them from like the bits that I remember from like my memory being knocked, but like quite honestly I couldn't say, guys. I couldn't say. But yeah, we did finish that one. And then like I said, I did read Daughter of the Siren Queen as well, which I gave a 4-star rating to. I only read this review earlier, but I've already, like, my brain's already gone. I enjoyed this one again to explore these characters further and explore more of their journey with them. It's paced really well and the story grips you in and you just fly for it. I did have a few moments when things hit me emotionally, because we really got to grow this connection with all the characters and see them hit tough times was hard hitting. The plot was interesting and I can't wait to see where the next book is going to lead us and to explore more of the world. I can see a few tricks being up the author's sleeve for this next one, so it will be interesting. This one, like, there were some bits that did kind of hit me emotionally. Little Roslyn, oh my god, that girl's a cutie. I love her. She is sassy and feisty. She's like just adorable. So yeah, it did hit emotionally, but I also don't know if maybe that's just my mental health as well at the moment. But yeah, I did enjoy it, and I definitely think exploring further into this world, into these characters and their story, and diving deeper from where the first book left off, and obviously everything that happened in the first book. And I do think there's going to be some tricks up the author's sleeve for the last book in this. I think it's the last book. Is it? I think it's a trilogy, and then there's like spin-offs, I think. Guys, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, please, because I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure that's it, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen in this last one, and I do think there's going to be some tricks and things up the author's sleeve, so I'm very much ready to see what happens there. And I do think some things are not going to stay the same way. So yeah, I am very, very intrigued by it. But I'm glad to have another book down and to get closer to finishing this series. So yeah, that was this reading vlog. It didn't quite turn out the way we wanted it to, but it happened. It happens. It is what it is. It's life, okay? It's life. Now, was it the first book we read? Yes, first book we read was Lost and Lassoed by Lassoed, and I gave that one a 4.25. I then read The Enemy by Sarah Adams, which I gave a 3.5 to. My Dark Prince, which I gave 4.5 to, and then Daughter of the Siren Queen, that I gave 4 stars too. So a very decent reading vlog. We've done some decent reads. There's definitely some interesting ones. I'm closer to finishing 2 series, and I've finished 2 series, so that is very, very good progress as well for me. But yeah, so thank you to the Wolf Pet Book Club for picking these books for me to read. You guys, if you want to come and join us, and you know, maybe we do another one of these and you guys can take part with us, and yeah, but the links are down below for you guys if you want to come join. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna round it out because, as you guys can tell, I'm just not with it. But I wanted to round this video out since I had finished all the books and I didn't want to leave it too long, so I want to finish it off. I'm gonna get this video edited probably tomorrow night or Friday and get it up for you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I am still alive, and we did finish all the books for this video, so yeah, we're good. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm so just drained right now, but thank you guys so much for sticking with us, and your guys' support is absolutely insane and crazy, and I'm truly grateful for it. You guys have been there with me through a lot, so truly appreciate it. But yeah, I am going to head off. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, so don't forget to keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys. Hang on, Sky. Lassoed. That went off the radar. That didn't go down the way we were going. Ow. Just elbowed my handrail. Enemy was Adams. Bugging me. My Dark Romance? No, is there actually a book called My Dark Romance? Have I made something up? I think I made something up, I don't know. But like the camera to read, to film, sorry, oh fucking hell. To where he was, because he, I make no sense, really got to let's try and keep on.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.